Hello, this is a very short preview of the 3 large benefits of the scale mod that's out now on the GPG forums. I am going to show you the first. The first is the new Forged Alliance economy. What this means is that, and you might already have seen this, that buildings have in the left bottom corner a cost for mass and energy of 0. Well, that's a little bug twitch that maybe needs to be fixed, but you can check it with the X button. If I press the X, you get some on-screen HUD overlay which shows you the current usage, like Forged Alliance and Supreme Commander and Total Annihilation. But despite the fact that it's not showing correctly on the left bottom corner, it works correctly, and that means I can queue up as much as I like without having to worry about my mass or energy. And that is, well, not the first thing you think about when you see skill mod, but it's very nice added support for this mod. So if you're into the Forged Alliance economy mode, really try this one. Alright, there we have some bastard trying to shoot me out of the skies. I'll try to get this guy's attention. So let's queue up some units. As you can see, I can queue up like very much, and I still can build them. In the top left corner you can see that my energy is 0, which, well, in the normal game would result in the ability not to build stuff. Well, it will be a problem if I won't build it, because production on this facility, as you can see, is very slow, and it is because my surplus, my income of energy is near to 0. It's plus 5, and that's not enough. So yes, I fucked up my initial build orders, but it's just a short preview. Alright, next to the point, the second point, point 2, the advantage of this mod, and that's where the name comes in, scale mod. Well, there's another mod, enhancement mod, which does quite the same, a little bit different scales, percentages, and some units and experiments larger or smaller, but the idea just worked. The idea I read about, well, the first week after Supreme Commander 2 really launched, so then already it was a plausible, well, idea, and yes, now it has been done and it works. Well, what do you get? All your units are like 50% smaller, maybe even more. But do you really notice that? No. What do you notice is that the map, well, is larger. Unit speeds and all have been reduced or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what they have done in the mod, but it works, and it's smaller. It's smaller units. Well, twice as small. So the maps are twice as big, and that's just great. This is a really small map. It's 1 versus 1. But if you play larger maps, you will definitely notice that traveling and the possibilities for expandable forward bases are twice as large, and maybe even you can square those like times 4. Anyway, maybe some features still. This is like not a fully version of this mod, but it works, and it's still being altered. It's being tweaked, it's being added. There are muzzle flashes, explosion effects, and things that are not really aligning correctly. And mentioning those explosion effects is what maybe also is an point 4, which I like. There is discussion and debate going on about this, but I think there's a nice mix between explosions and overview. Now you can zoom back a little bit more and see slightly tinier units, but see more you have more overview, so you can control your battles better. But you can still enjoy the larger explosions, which still are like the original, and also effects and bloom, and well, as you could have seen in this dropping bombs here. Maybe another one is, well, I hope maybe I'll get to destroy some of the enemy's buildings with some tanks. Right. It's not exactly what I wanted to build, but that's no problem. Anyway, I think it's a great mix. It's maybe not as realistic or fits best like it should be, but it's better viewable from a larger distance, so you can enjoy the effects, but also control your units and keep your strategic overview of your, well, master plan. Last point, well, maybe not least, for some people who like to make nice videos. Normally your camera mode is locked to a smaller range vertically. Well, you might have already seen this one is as low as it gets. Well, almost as low. There's one downside, and that's what I'm demonstrating here. It's when your camera is flying above some high ground, yeah, not the wrong zoom settings, your camera might flip away. But well, really, that isn't really a big problem. If you really want to view in some close, low angle views, it's now possible. Also possible with other mods or debug modes, but this one is just included in the mod. Well, I could attack and destroy this red army here, of course, in a matter of minutes, but I won't. I'm going to stop this video and upload it to YouTube so you all can see which are the key features of this new mod, which I think is simply brilliant. It works and it's nice. Gameplay works. One small notice on the side: if you're a skirmisher like me, an offline player which plays against the AI a lot, you might wanna switch off the experimentals for now. I have played a match in which the AI did work correctly, but the best matches were with the exclusions of the experimentals turned off. So the problems the AI has is there is a new difference for experimentals, which you can build anywhere with your commander or engineers, which is nice, really nice. But when you upgrade in your tech tree to obtain an experimental unit, you can also build the gantry, the appropriate gantry for that unit. Well, the AI will build that gantry and use it to build their experimentals, but you can build this gantry but can't use it. It's a bug, it won't work. So you really need your engineer or commander to build these experimentals on free ground. So that's a bug for your side, and what the AI does is it builds a lot of experimentals. I'm not sure if it's quite correct with the economy. It's like a lot of experimentals, and it really doesn't use it only for defense, but it builds them and sends them to one rally point, and that's where they all stay. So you can bombard it or attack it, whatever you want, but they will, well, almost always stay there, and that's not really fun to play against. So just turn them off for now, wait for an update, and then you can enjoy that as well. That's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Well, enjoyed it's not, but I hope I've enlightened you on the possibilities of the scale mod, which can be found on the GPG forums online. Just search for SC2 mod or try scale mod and you will definitely find it. Download it, replace 2 files in your installation directory, just like most mods that are available now, and you can play this like I did and see these tiny, well, still large buildings, but tinier relatively to the surroundings. Good luck, and maybe I'll see you online later.